Dear students, welcome to the University of Ljubljana and International Student Welcome Day. This year, on the Welcome Day, you will be introduced to the representatives of the Health Center for Students, the representative of the administrative unit who will give you all the necessary information related to your stay in Slovenia and arranging temporary residence permit, then student dormitories, Year Plus, career centers, scholarships, public transport, also our student council, as well as the Erasmus Student Network. At the end, our international student ambassador, Natalia Tanic, will tell you more about her experience and answer your most frequently asked questions. This year, the presentations were pre-recorded, so we hope to present this useful information to you as well as possible. After the presentation, you will be able to join the breakout rooms where there will be representatives of the institutions that I have listed and that you can see on the screen. We will talk about how will you use the breakout rooms after the presentation. The entire event is scheduled to last until around 3:30 p.m. and the breakout rooms will be open for 1 hour. Before we start with the pre-recorded presentation, we would like to thank the Rector of the University of Ljubljana, Professor Dr. Gregor Majdic, who will shortly greet you and wish you a successful start of your studies at our university. Rector, please.
Dear students, I'm very happy that I can welcome you at University of Ljubljana as you are joining our large academic community. We are striving to be more international university, although we have some legislative problems with that because we cannot offer many study programs in English, but we are very happy to have that large number as it is at the moment of you foreign students, and we sincerely hope that you will join at home in our academic community. We will strive to do our best to help you with your transition, with getting introduced to our university, and today you will get a lot of information from our colleagues about all the aspects of student life in Ljubljana. To help you with the easing to adjust to the living in Ljubljana and to our university, in last years we created a group of student ambassadors, which are your colleagues, which have been here for several years and already know the university and study and everything else. And please, they are very welcoming to help you, so you should just contact them and find the help with them, and they will be very happy to advise you on any aspect of student life at University of Ljubljana and in the city of Ljubljana. Despite study programs, we have a lot of extracurricular activities, so please check those and get involved in this. We are offering a lot of not just the sport, but many other activities, and it will be very helpful, very thankful if you could join these activities. And through these activities, you can also get in more contact with other students, not just from your study program, not just for your faculty, but also from other students at University of Ljubljana, which now you probably already know is a very large university with almost 40,000 students and 26 schools, faculties, and art academies. At the end, besides wishing you a very successful study at University of Ljubljana, I would also like to invite you all to our event on the 1st of October at the start of the study year, when we will traditionally hold a very large event called Greeting to the Freshmen. It will be held in front of the Rectorate at the Congress Square with the representation of different faculties, different activities that are going on at the University of Ljubljana, also extracurricular activities. There will be some cultural institutions that will present themselves and many other events. And this formal greeting of the freshmen and freshwomen at the University of Ljubljana will be followed by the concert. And this year, I'm very happy that there will be two very well-known Slovenian pop groups that will play at the concert. So I wish that many of you will attend this event, which I'm sure will be very good again. So at the end, I wish you a very successful start here in Ljubljana, very successful study at university, and please enjoy your life. Ljubljana and Slovenia are a very nice place to stay and to live, and I hope you will have a very good time. And when you will go back to your countries after finishing the study, or if you will stay here in Slovenia, I will welcome you as well. I hope you will keep a lot of good memories of our university and your student life. Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you, Rector. Now please sit comfortably and follow our presentation closely. And if a question arises while watching the presentation, write it down and you will have the opportunity to ask the representatives in the breakout rooms. Welcome to the University of Ljubljana. For the beginning of this presentation, I will give you a brief introduction about living in Slovenia and studying at the University of Ljubljana. Slovenia is a relatively small and young country, which only appeared on a map in 1991. It is a very safe country and a country that is at an intersection of various cultures, languages, and heritage. It occupies an exceptional position at the meeting point of the Alps and the Mediterranean, so country diversity and size allows us to hike in the mountains and swim in the sea in one day. During your studies, take time to discover this beautiful green country that has so much to offer, and because of all the possibilities it offers, you will certainly not be bored. Our university is the largest and oldest university in the country that is founded in 1919. Today, it has 23 faculties and 3 art academies covering all fields of study. If you already come to Ljubljana, I'm sure you've already seen this building. And if you haven't, it is in the very center of the city, and you certainly won't be able to miss it. This is the building of the rectorate, and next to it, in the city center, are all the art academies and some other faculties. Some of the most recent and modern buildings were constructed on the outskirts of Ljubljana, and Faculty of Maritime Studies and Transport is located by the sea in the small town Portorož. These are our 3 art academies. We also offer unique programs at the 10 faculties in the field of natural science, technology, and engineering. And students can also study in one of 8 faculties in the field of humanities and social sciences. And we also welcome prospective students who are interested in medicine, health science, and sport. Each year, around 40,000 students increase and develop their knowledge and skills at our institution, including 9% of international students from more than 100 countries. And we are very proud that number of international students increases from year to year, which makes us very happy considering all the experiences, differences, languages, and cultures that you as international students bring with you and thus beautify this country. We are also very proud to have been ranked among the top 9% in the world of universities in the category of ratio between offered high-quality education and affordability to international students. As our students, you will have many opportunities, as it will be presented a little bit later. We will do our best to make the transition as easy as possible for you. With various support activities, we will provide you support and integrating into your studies and life in Slovenia. We have accredited more than 400 degree programs, and beside that, our academies and faculties offer more than 800 subjects in English. If you're a PhD student, you can apply for subsidization of your tuition fee. The subsidy amount depends on the number of enrolled students meeting the requirements for co-funding. For more information, please contact the academy or the faculty you're enrolled in. The University of Ljubljana has more than 30% of all the registered researchers in Slovenia, and a particular concern of the University of Ljubljana is the transfer of knowledge to the economy, which is why we cooperate closely with many Slovenian and foreign companies. As our student, you will have an opportunity to participate in different projects and activities, so check our website for more information. In cooperation with foreign universities, we conduct interdisciplinary and multidisciplinary studies, and we encourage international exchanges of students and staff. We are actively involved in many international partnerships, which provides you plenty of opportunities for exchange during your study. You can travel the world, experience new cultures, gain skills, and change your CV, and still earn credit towards your University of Ljubljana degree. You can also apply for Erasmus Plus grant or other scholarships. The University of Ljubljana is a part of Association Utopia, which includes 9 other universities from all around Europe. Utopia aims to promote the mobility of students and staff through the new ways of joint teaching and learning and cross-border cooperation. All partners work together to address local and global issues, not only as institutions, but also as European regions with companies and policymakers, providing research and ideas that will have an impact on our lives. We warmly recommend you to regularly check our website and page for the international students, where you can find many useful information about study, exchange opportunities, extracurricular and other activities, and carefully read the welcome guide where you can find gathered detailed information about your arrival to Slovenia and studying at our university. As I already mentioned, we will do our best to provide you with all the information and answers to any questions you may have and be your support here. So do not hesitate to contact us at any time. Our international student ambassadors will definitely help you with your integration. We know that it is very important to get first-hand information about what it's like to be an international student. That is why we're very proud to present you our video series with international students about, aimed at presenting studying in Slovenia and at the University of Ljubljana. In this series, our international student ambassadors answer a variety of questions, including why they decided to study in Slovenia and at the University of Ljubljana, what it's like to study here, whether they encountered any challenges, what the benefits of studying are, and much more. So check this at our YouTube channel. We also established chat with international students. 15 international student ambassadors are here to help you with any doubts you may have, answer all your questions related to studies at University of Ljubljana and Life in Slovenia, and be your support during this journey. So check our webpage as well for this information. And one of our international student ambassadors will present themselves at the end of this presentation and present their experience at international students. Upon coming to Slovenia, it is necessary to register a temporary residence with the local administrative unit offices. We know that this is one of the first and probably biggest challenges for our students, so we want to help you. From the period from 24 September to 18 October, we will have documentation review with the Faculty of Arts. It is also important to mention that the review of documentation will not be at the premises of the Faculty of Arts at Ashkercheva Street, but on Tobachna near Administrative Unit. On slides as well on our website, you will see the dates and time. It is very important to come to the review of documentation because only in that way you will know that you applied without errors. Our international student ambassadors will review your documentation and they will as well guide you at the administrative unit. Together with the Administrative Unit Ljubljana, we decided also on special desk for our international students from September 24 to October 11. International student ambassadors will greet you each working day during that time and offer guidance. At the administrative units, we will not review your documentation, so please read the information on our website in detail, where we have published a list of required documentation and published examples of filling out the forms, so that you come to the documentation review prepared with prepared questions about something you do not understand, and as far as you know, completed forms. We also filmed a video tutorial on how to apply for temporary residence permit or certificate with detailed explanation about the documents and procedures you need to go through, so please check that before coming to Slovenia. We know that this process is very complex, so the representative of the Administrative Unit Ljubljana, Nina Batnik, will tell you more about this. After the presentation of the administrative unit, you will also hear a little bit more about student dormitories, Year Plus, career centers, health services, as well as student organizations and associations that will help you during your studies and offer various activities. After all the presentations, you will also hear the experience of an international student ambassador, as we have already said, and then have the opportunity to ask additional questions that interest you in the breakout rooms to representatives of organizations and institutions. Thank you, everyone who is with us and who will present their activities and services to the students. So, let's start.
Hello, my name is Nina Batnik. I come from Administrative Unit of Ljubljana. If you want to live and study in Slovenia, you need to obtain a residence permit. If you come from EU countries, you need to fill the application within 90 days of entering to the country. You can do that by making an appointment at administrative unit, or you can send your application by post. Together with your application, you need to submit one photography, certified copy of a valid identity document, proof of admission to studies, proof of valid health insurance, and statements of sufficient financial means and of the length of the intended stay. Fee for residence permit is approximately 22 euros. When you fill the application, you need to write down exactly the date of your entrance to the country, and you need to sign the application. This is the statement that you need to fill together with your application form. If you come from a non-EU countries, the procedure is a little bit different. You can file the application for residence permit outside of the country. If you're still in your country, you can do that at the Slovenian diplomatic mission or consulate. And if you are already in Slovenia, you again come to the administrative unit of Ljubljana. Together with the application form, you need to submit one photo. You have to submit certified copy of a valid passport with validity extending beyond the planned period of residence, at least 3 months. You need to submit a proof of enrollment, a proof of adequate health insurance, a certificate of criminal record from home country, which must not be older than 3 months, and a proof of sufficient financial means. The fee for residence permit is approximately 70 euros. This is the application. Again, you need to be. It is important that you write the entrance date and that you sign the application form. When you have to give us the proof for sufficient financial means, you can do that in different ways. You can have a scholarship or a grant. You can work through Students' Employment Agency in Slovenia, or you can have inflows from employment abroad or in Slovenia, or you can give us the proof that you have savings on your personal account. The procedure of obtaining the residence permit is when you file for the application, we review the application, see that if the documents are all okay, and then we issue the residence permit. When we receive the residence permit, we send you the invitation letter to come and receive your permit. Once you have your permit, you need to make a temporary residence registration. This is not the same as the residence permit. When you submit your documents, you must pay attention that some of them must be originals or certified copies. This is especially the proof from your criminal record in your home country. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you. Before coming to Slovenia, it is very important to have appropriate health insurance coverage. In the video prepared from Health Insurance Institute, you can see documents and what medical services you're entitled based on your citizenship and country where you have health insurance in. Students who have a European health insurance card are entitled to emergency and necessary healthcare services. Australians with Medicare card are entitled to emergency healthcare services. Also, students from countries that Slovenia has concluded bilateral agreements on social security, so Bosnia and Herzegovina, Serbia, Montenegro, and North Macedonia, are entitled to emergency medical services with insurance from these countries. Another group of students who do not have health insurance in EU or EEA, United Kingdom, Switzerland, or countries with bilateral agreements on social security should or can apply for a compulsory health insurance as a foreign citizens who study in Slovenia. This is also done in Health Insurance Institute. All this information will be presented in the video, and more information can be found on our page as well as the web page of the Health Insurance Institute. In the breakout rooms, you can also ask additional questions. During your stay in Ljubljana, if you have any medical issue, you should contact Student Health Center of the University of Ljubljana. Dr. Mojca Miholic will present you all important information regarding health services for students.
Hello, I'm Mojca Miholic, and I am a doctor, GP, in the Student Health Center of the University in Ljubljana. Our Student Health Center was founded in 1992. So recently, we were celebrating our 30th anniversary. We are very proud that we can provide special and organized healthcare for student population, for teachers, and other not student population. We provide 7 dispensaries for family GP medicine. We are 7 doctors, specialists with nurses and staff. We have 2 dispensaries for gynecology and obstetrician, 2 clinical psychologists, 1 psychiatrist, 6 dispensaries for dental care, 1 very official clinical laboratory, and of course, we are proud of our systematic compulsory checkups, which should be done in the first year of study and in the 4th year of study. Making an appointment is actually very easy, and every time before you want to visit our health center, you should make an appointment by the email. We are also responsive on our telephone number, but it's much easier to communicate through internet. The given appointment will be done through the triage system, which means that we will treat you upon the emergency, how urgent your problem is. More informations are available on our efficient website. Health insurance differs from the country that students come from. From European community, students from European community have to have a valid European health insurance card. They will get it in their home country. Students from former Yugoslavia need to fulfill a form in their home country, and then with this submit form, they need to come to our Insurance Health Institute of Slovenia. They will get their medical certificate. All other students without any valid health insurance will have to pay for the healthcare in our student service. More important information are available on our website, and I hope that students won't be very unhealthy and unhappy while studying, and we really want to welcome you here if you need us. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you. Another very important question when moving abroad is accommodation. Accommodation in student dormitory is available only for exchange students, students with temporary protection, and students who are recipients of the Ministry Scholarship. Igor Brlek will present options for residing at a student dormitory.
Hello, everybody. My name is Igor Brlek, and I'm working at Student Hall of Residence, Ljubljana. I will shortly introduce you your obligation if you will become our resident. First thing is, at the day that you move in, you will sign the housing agreement. And then with this housing agreement, you have 3 days time to apply for the resident permit. You can do that at Tobačna Ljubljana via a registered letter, or you can go there personally. But in both cases, you have to have proof that you applied. So in case that you go there personally, you will get their confirmation recipe. Or in case that you are sent that via registered letter, you have to send us copy of the recipe that you actually applied via post. So for that you have 3 days of time. After that, usually it takes 3 weeks or a little bit more that you will get your resident permit card. And in that case, you have to make a copy too and send it to reception office, so sprejemna pisarna. And with that act, actually, you finish your procedure of registration of your resident permit. About Student Hall of Residence, we have 29 dorms with more than 7,000 beds. About 5% of our residents are international students. We also have dorm for PhD students and young researchers. Most of our accommodations are double rooms. The older dorms still have bathrooms and kitchens on the corridor. All the newest dorms are apartment type of dorms, which means that you have 2 rooms. So 4 people which are sharing bathroom and kitchen. So it's like a flat or apartment with 2 rooms. We also organize a lot of different activities, sports and culture. Some of those activities are organized by management. Some of those activities are organized by our residents. It's always something happening in our dormitory. We also have subsidized meals, and we equipped our dorms with the internet and everything you need for normal living. So if you will have any further questions, I'm available, but in the separate room. But also here are our contacts, Studentski domovi, it's a general mail, sprejemna pisarna is the reception office, and you can also check our website because we have a lot of information also in English language. Thank you for listening, and I wish you nice staying in Ljubljana.
Dear students, I will briefly introduce you to the Year Plus model. Year Plus is designed to help international students in the first year of study in Slovenia integrate more easily into academic and everyday student life and adapt to the Slovenian system and culture. It enables you to learn Slovene free of charge and fulfilling your degree program study obligations at the same time. Participation in the Year Plus enables you to extend your student status if you obtain the required 30 ACTS credit points in the first year of studying. In order to do this, you have to obtain 6 ACTS credit points in Year Plus module and the remaining 24 ACTS credit points from the courses in your own degree program. This one-year extension of student status is possible only after the first year of studying and not later. So to whom is intended? For international students in their first year at the University of Ljubljana bachelor or master degree, it is not intended for exchange students or international students in mobility. Also, some faculties or degree programs require certificate B2 of Slovenian language at application. So those programs do not allow students to apply for a Year Plus. For example, Faculty of Health Sciences, Faculty of Medicine, Faculty of Pharmacy, and a few others, because they require previous knowledge of language. PhD students are invited to enroll in Year Plus courses, but they cannot apply ACTS credit points from those courses towards the doctoral degree, and they cannot extend their student status. Also, foreign students with Slovenian citizenship can't apply for the Year Plus module, except for the students who have the status of repatriated person. For those who, for any reason, can't enroll in Year Plus, we suggest that you check our various options for learning Slovene at the Center for Slovene as a Second and a Foreign Language. You can find the application form on the Year Plus website. The enrollment is possible 24 hours after finishing the application process at your faculty or academy with a digital certificate. Please note that the number of places are limited, so do not hesitate to apply. One more important thing is that communication with students take place mostly via email, so please make sure that the email address you provided when applying to the Year Plus is the one you use and check regularly, because if you do not respond, you may miss our application process. This is the website. You can find information and application form as well as dates for enrollment. And this is the application form. And how the procedure is performed. First, you will fill the application form. Then you will receive the confirmation of application by email and also the invitation for the placements test. Our teachers will evaluate the test and you will be placed in the most suitable group for your, according to your prior knowledge. Only then you will find your schedule for the group. So if you're placed into a group whose schedule overlaps with your study obligations, you can ask to change the group. And if possible, we will consider your request. However, this is not always possible, which means that you may not be able to attend. Please be patient. At the beginning of the academic year, they receive several hundred emails a day and also have to prepare a schedule for over than 300 students. You will most certainly receive a response, but we ask you to be patient. So check your email daily and also check your spam. Lectures start in the middle of October. So if you get accepted in Year Plus, you will perform obligations in your degree program and you will have an additional course, Slovenian Foreign Language 1. So it is like an additional elective course. If you pass the exam, you will continue your studies in the second semester and you will continue learning Slovene at the Slovene as Foreign Language 2 course. Probably you will have 3 hours once per week. And then also some additional activities like funnel lab exercises on some other day. Another important thing is that Year Plus requires active participation of students, 80% mandatory attendance, homework, and if the situation allows, also other activities like visit the parliament, museums, exhibitions. So it will be fun, but also hard work. These are some of the reasons why students recommend Year Plus. You can also check out the video of our students where they talk about their experience with Year Plus and also about learning Slovene. For more information, please visit our website, contact them, and you can also ask some questions in the breakout room. So thank you so much for your attention. In addition to quality degree programs, we offer various extracurricular activities that are necessary not only to strengthen your competences and skills, but also to transfer more easily to the labor market and proactively co-create your career development. These activities will be presented by Jelena Ličanin.
Hello, my name is Jelena Ličanin and I'm head of Career Centers of University of Ljubljana. Career Centers headquarters are at the Rectorate at Kongresni Trg 12 in the city center. You can see the building in the photo on my first slide. But our activities take place at the faculties and academies where you students are. Since sometimes your preferred choice of socializing is online, we do have virtual sessions as well. You are our main clients, and we have been established to help you understand and recognize your interests, values, passions, and abilities, and accept responsibility for your career path. That means that we are here to help and support you at your transition from studies to labor market, which defines us as a meeting place for promising young people, that would be you, and good employers, and as first source of information for you who are looking for career opportunities during education and when entering the labor market. We provide a wide range of consultation, education, training services, and networking with employers. You can do that at career fairs or through alumni club associations. As mentioned, we offer numerous activities. You can sign up for individual or group career counseling. We provide information on career opportunities, scholarships, career days, presentations of employers. You can attend workshops such as self-assessment, job search strategies, career plan, written presentation, job interview, and so on. We organize workshops for development of skills for the 21st century, like computer skills or public speaking. University of Ljubljana faculties and academies also offer tutoring, and you can contact them if you would need peer advice or help, or if you want to offer your services as a tutor. I must also mention events dedicated to entrepreneurship and planning international mobility, and our e-classroom where you can find several webinars. Popper, Personal and Professional Development Portal, is a portal which helps you access all of our activities, and it's just a click away. Is daily updated with information on career opportunities. You will also find open applications for workshops on Popper, free slots for career counseling, which you can book, and of course, the sports you can do. To make a long story short, we are here for you, to equip you for the beginnings of the after studies life. And all you have to do is sign up to Popper, which is like really easy. You just do it with your student's digital identity and you scroll, you find whatever you need there. So we are still available via phone and email. And since we are real people, you are always welcome to visit us in person, not on the weekend though, because we teach and preach work-life balance and we try to live it as well. So today, I wanted you to take away with you 3 pieces of information. First, career services are here to support you on your way to labor market. And third one is we use Popper to do it. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you soon in one of our sessions. Bye-bye.
Thank you. The Public Scholarship Development, Disability and Maintenance Fund of the Republic of Slovenia carries out various scholarship programs, and Indira Jopa will present you scholarship opportunities.
Hi and welcome everyone. My name is Indira Jopa and I work at the Public Scholarship Development, Disability and Maintenance Fund of Republic of Slovenia. And today I will be presenting scholarship opportunities for your studies in Slovenia. So there are, of course, certain types of scholarships in Slovenia, and they are regulated by our Scholarship Act and mostly granted by us, so by the Public Scholarship Fund. They are intended for Slovene nationals as well as to foreign nationals, so for international students who, of course, then need to comply with certain special conditions. The scholarships that we award are ZOI scholarship and scholarships for study visits, and there are also some state scholarships. There are scholarships intended for foreign nationals, but they are very limited and contain certain conditions, and I'll be presenting those today. So basically, there are two types of scholarships for fostering mobility to Slovenia. The first type is Ad Futura scholarship for foreign nationals to study in Slovenia based on development agreements, and the second type are scholarships to study in Slovenia for Slovenes from abroad. So the first type, Ad Futura scholarships for foreign nationals in Slovenia based on development agreements, are meant for master or doctoral study programs, so the second and third cycle. The annual scholarship amounts to 8,400 euros for living costs and up to 5,000 euros for tuition fee. Current public calls to study in Slovenia are open for postgraduate master's or doctorate studies in Slovenia for nationals of Angola and doctorate studies of Christology program. There are also scholarships for master's study level, so those are intended for nationals of Nepal, East Timor, Rwanda, Uganda, and Ethiopia at the moment. The funds are still available, so if you have nationality of any of these countries, please do not hesitate to apply as soon as possible. The second type of scholarships are scholarships to study in Slovenia for Slovenes abroad. Those are meant for college programs and also university bachelor or master study programs, so first and second cycle. The monthly scholarship amounts to 246 euros and 92 cents at the moment, and allowance for mandatory health insurance is also awarded. The conditions are that the eligible applicants need to be Slovene without permanent residence in Slovenia. And also there are other conditions such as the candidate needs to be enrolled into higher year or level of study than the one already obtained. The selection criteria include average grade, candidates' active engagement in Slovene structures outside Slovenia, and also assessment from the Office for Slovenes Abroad. The deadline to apply for this type of scholarship is by the 30th of September of this year. So please do not hesitate in applying as soon as possible. In short, scholarship awarding procedure looks like this. So the application needs to be sent in time, otherwise it's automatically rejected. So if it's sent in time, it needs to be complete. You need to fulfill all of the conditions mentioned in the public call. Then the application is scored and ranked. And if you have enough points, you are awarded scholarship. Otherwise, your application is declined or rejected. Also, what happens if your application is incomplete, you will need to supplement it with certain documents and also still fulfill all of the conditions, and then your application is ranked and scored, and scholarship is either awarded or again your application can be denied. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate in contacting us. We are available by email and also by phone or in person during office hours. That's it. Good luck with your applications.
Thank you. Students in Slovenia have various benefits like subsidized meals and transport. Gregor Sundra will share with you everything you need to know about local transport.
Welcome in Ljubljana. My name is Gregor Cunder and I'm representative of public transport company Ljubljanski potniški promet in Ljubljana, in short LPP. In following presentation, I will give you some basic information about possibilities, how the transport or public transport operates or works in Ljubljana. First, LPP covers Ljubljana municipality area and 17 suburban municipalities. We cover with our schemes about 9% of area of Slovenia, and we offer transport for about 20% of inhabitants of Slovenia. Here are some line schemes from urban and suburban. It depends where are you staying and where are you attending your classes, which university. You will choose appropriate card or your appropriate way how to go around in Ljubljana. First, Ljubljana Public Transport Company is divided in two divisions. One is local, just for Ljubljana city municipality, and the other covers suburban municipalities. But this does not matter if you have a monthly pass. There's no problem. You just, as I said before, you just need to know where you live and which university you are attending. The easiest and the most convenient way to use public transport in Ljubljana is to have your Urbana card, is Unified City Card. It gives you possibility to use public transport and all transport means in Ljubljana with one card only. As I said before, for you as a student, the most appropriate and convenient is the monthly pass for students. It's time type card, and this is the most common. But still, you can have value type. You can upload up to 50 euros as a prepayment, and every journey or every validation is valid for 90 minutes. That means that you can use public transport for first validation for 90 minutes. And the third, if you are actually not using public transport, or you will use it only once or twice a month, then the payment with mobile phone or credit card is also a possibility. But you have to take in consideration this kind of payment is only for one ride only. As I said, electronic ticket Urbana card is not only for public transport, but also for Bicikl LJ, that's the city bike rental system, and it can be also used for Ljubljana city libraries. How to get Urbana? It's very simple. You just need to confirm the application, and it has to be in the system. That means that you completed all the procedures in your university, and with ID card or passport, you can come to our selling point at Slovenska 56, that's in the center of Ljubljana, and the card will be issued in your name. When you apply for Urbana card, it's, let's say, nice or mandatory that you know where are you living and which university you are attending. So the type of Urbana card or your monthly pass will be assigned to you regarding your traveling needs. So I think I gave you the most or the basic information. Everything that you need to know is actually on our website. And if there are still questions or that you don't find the right answer, there's my email, and don't hesitate to contact me, and I'll provide you with the right answer or suitable answer as soon as possible. As I said before, welcome in Ljubljana. I hope you have a successful year, and I hope you enjoy our city. Bye-bye.
In Ljubljana, you can also use a city bikes. That is a very good option if you do not want to wait for buses, and this is also very healthy and good for you, but also for environment. And it is only 3 years per year. At every step, you have the possibility to use these bikes every day. There are many bikes, so you will certainly be able to find one for yourself at any time. As you can see, the stations where the bikes are located are very close, from 300 to 500 meters, so that's another thing that contributes to the fact that you will really always be able to find one bike for you. This is a very easy, safe, and convenient way of transport. There are 85 stations, so the city is very good covered. Registration is also very easy. As I said, yearly is only 3 euros, but you also can pay for single use if you will not use bikes regularly. And it is only 1 euro for the second hour, 2 euros for third, and so on. The first hour is free. You just need to register on their website by your email, and you will also need a bank card for payment. There you can find their contact and web page, so if you have any questions, you can contact them.
Thank you. The University of Ljubljana Student Council is a body of university students through which you can participate in the academy, faculty, or the university bodies and give your opinions, proposals, and remarks on individual matters. Miha Kosic, representative of the Student Council, will give you a more detailed overview of the Student Council's work.
Dear colleague, welcome to the University of Ljubljana. As said, I'm Miha Kosic, a student of undergraduate biology at the Biotechnical Faculty, and I'm the president of the Student Council of the University of Ljubljana. Also, I'm the president of the Student Council of the Biotechnical Faculty. You're probably wondering at this point what the Student Council actually is. The Student Council is one of the forms of student organization of the students at the University of Ljubljana. Members of the Student Council are the only legal and official representatives of students at the university or individual members of the university. The members of the faculty's Student Council are representatives selected or elected by the students, and the members of the University Student Council are the president and one of the vice presidents of the individual faculty student councils. Because we have 26 regular members at the university, in other words, faculties, the Student Council of the university thus consists of a total of 52 members. I will not go into the details of how the Student Council works, as it differs at the level of the faculties and the university, but I will still list a few tasks so that you can get some sense of the work of the Student Council is important for. We consider proposed changes to the umbrella document of the university by other bodies, or we make suggestions for its change. We indirectly appoint student representatives to other bodies, commissions, and working bodies of the university. We form a position on the candidates for rector, which helps students in deciding on the rector election. Ultimately, we are the voice of the students, which connects us with the university. With public monthly regular sessions, we offer students a platform to express opinions, suggestions, and comments with the aim of improving our university. You can find the representatives of the Student Council of each faculty on the websites of the members and on the social networks of their student councils. You can always turn to them for advice, and they will help you. In any case, you can also contact the Student Council of the university directly, or me via email, or find me on the social network Facebook. On the behalf of the Student Council of the University of Ljubljana, I wish you successful studies.
Thank you. As earlier mentioned, students can also apply for subsidized meals. One of the benefits is also student work. You will learn more about this from Gregor Jerebic from the Student Organization of the University of Ljubljana, which also organize different events and activities for international students.
Welcome everybody to Ljubljana, to your new chapter here in our beautiful city. My name is Gregor. I'm a member of the Erasmus Student Network here in Ljubljana, so from the local ESN section, and also a member of the Student Organization of the University of Ljubljana. And today I will present you what our two organizations provide for international students, how we can help you, and where you can find us. So the first thing is, of course, our international office. Our office is located at the student campus at Pivovarniška ulica 6, 1000 Ljubljana. The student campus is actually the largest student campus in the whole country. As you maybe already have noticed, the student dorms and the faculties in our city are spread all over it. Like there's no big campus where all of the dorms and all of the faculties would be located. They are spread around the city because of the infrastructure, how they were built, developed. Some are newer, some are older, and so on. So in 2015, because of that, the student campus was built to connect all of the students, local, international, at one big place, big venue, where they can organize events for students, where they can study, where they can do all together, and where they can get all of the needed help from the institutions or organizations that are here providing for them. So the door on the screen, the pink one, left to the lady with the red lipstick, this is the entrance to our office, where you can arrange all of the things connected to your stay here in Ljubljana. The first main thing that you can arrange here are the subsidized student meals. Maybe you heard already about it. Students usually say that's the best thing that's ever happened to them once they moved to Ljubljana. So that's actually a unique meals system, unique to our country, that is provided for students. More about that later in the presentation, and then, of course, even more about it once you arrive in our office when you will create your accounts. Next to the providence of the student meals, we can help you look for private student accommodations. So if you're not accepted into the dorms and need to look for alternative accommodation, we can help you with that. We can give you any other document support needed, like for the Upravna nota or for the public bus transport or anything alike. At the office, you can also register for events and trips that we organize. And we are also the official ESN card provider here in Ljubljana. So that's the Erasmus Generation membership card, which is available to international students and offers you a big array of different discounts that you can use while traveling back home, going to holidays, sending packages, and many different things like discounts for different subscriptions and alike. Also, next to all of that, of course, you can come to us with any other matter, question, problem. We are always available and try to help, so there is no stupid questions that you need to remember. Events and trips. So the things that our organizations organize for your extracurricular life to be even better than it already can be in Ljubljana. Don't forget, the first thing you came here to do is study, but right after that, you also need to enjoy it, make the most out of the experience, meet new people, and the welcome weeks that are starting close to the end of this month, so close to the end of the month of September, are the first event like that are here to make you connect with new people, meet new friends, make your friends circle bigger. You will have the chance to join a lot of different free events where you will be able to get to know the city of Ljubljana, get to know new people, like a speed friending event that we organize, and so on. Also, the biggest welcome party, of course. We have a free city tour with guides around Ljubljana, and all of that is already posted in our Telegram groups, to which we will come later. Next to all of the Welcome Weeks events, we also organize educational workshop and lectures. We organize sport events, and next to that, we also attend sport events here in our city. So you get a feel for what our inhabitants here love, which sports they mostly follow. We do a lot of different one-day events. So here also you can give us ideas, write to us what you want for you to be organized, because we want to create an event organization environment that suits the need of the students that are here in Ljubljana studying. So any idea, any tip, what would interest you would be very well appreciated, so we can do the best to your offering. Of course, we also do a few one-day and multi-day trips and excursions around Slovenia and the neighboring countries. In Slovenia, we visit the most well-known places, the most touristy places, like Bled and Bohinj, so the two lakes, the Slovenian coast. We go to the Postojna caves, because we have the chance to offer them at a bit more affordable prices than going there on your own. But of course, on your own, you can still explore a lot of our country, as the whole reminder of it is a really beautiful package altogether. Of course, next to exploring Slovenia, we also organize trips to like Venice, Milano, Vienna, Budapest, so Zagreb, the capitals around our country. And once at the biggest trip of each semester, we also leave the borders of the European Union when we are going down to the Balkans, when in a 3-day trip we visit 3 different cities with 3 different religions and cultures, and so get the best feel of the whole Balkan Peninsula, the ex-Yugoslavian country that once was the common country, where also Slovenia was part of it, and you get the feeling how the life here, or better said, there still is, and how it was influenced in the past. Maybe here you will not see it that much, because we made a few more steps than some of the remaining countries. Next to that, it's time for the best thing everybody says. So the subsidized student meals. You can imagine them as digital food coupons, which you get each month and which you can use in restaurants which support the meal system to get subsidized meals, so cheaper meals. How cheaper? The government gives the subsidization to the restaurant owner, so you don't pay the full price, you just pay the difference to the full price to the meal. But more information in detail about that once you arrive at our office, where you need to register for the student meals system. As for now, you will probably forget most of the things about the details. But yeah, to be able to register for the student meals, you need to have your MSHO number sorted first. This is the unique personal identification number. Most of the time, you get it directly from your faculty. They send it to your email address, or they give it to you in person in an envelope. So those are the 2 most common ways how you received the MSHO number from your faculty here in Ljubljana. After you have the MSHO number, you need to do the first enrollment, where you put in your name, surname, email address, phone number, the MSHO number, and so you register. And at the end of the registration, the first enrollment, you will get a red number. This red number you then need to bring with you once you arrive at our office to finalize the registration. The number is also sent to your email, so you will always have it with you. Once coming to our office, you need to bring your acceptance letter and your mobile phone with you. And on the mobile phone, you can already download the Student Meals app on iOS, or Študentska prehrana, that's what they are called, it's the same app, on Google Play. There was also an update in the last 6 months to the app, so the app is now also available in English, it's not only available in Slovene. So this is a big thumbs up. Next to all of that, when you arrive at our office, you just bring your ID or passport with you, because you need to show your identification that this is really you, the person that's eligible for the boni. Everything else we will go over once you arrive. As already mentioned, we can help you with private student accommodation as well. If you still maybe don't have a roof here in Ljubljana and don't know where you will be staying, please write to our email as soon as possible, the one on the first line, so rooms@SOU. On this email, we will send you all of the tips, tricks, how to look for accommodation, and we will send you the verified landlords list for private landlords, which put up their offers of accommodations to our Google Drive documents and are, of course, secure. Next to that, also join the Telegram private accommodation chat, because this one has students from the past 2 study years, so past 4 semesters already in. So students from the past semesters can give you tips where they stayed, who the landlord was the stay good, was it not okay. They can warn you about things, and they can give you good ideas who to ask if they still have accommodations. Of course, we will send you all of the tips, tricks with the vocabulary, hostels, with the approximate prices that you need to expect, because private accommodations in Ljubljana in the past year or 2 got really expensive compared to 4 or 5 years ago. So this is also a thing. And of course, at the university website, you have also a few tips and a few discount codes to use with university partners that provide accommodations. If you're an internship student, Erasmus student, or a full-time international student here at our university, you are still eligible to do student work in our country. That means that you just need to get a Slovenian tax number at the administrative unit at Davčna ulica 1. And once you have the Slovenian tax number and MŠU number, you can already open a Slovenian bank account. As a student in Slovenia, the bank account is free of charge. Like you have no monthly fees and something like that. And once you have all of those 3 things, you can actually start working at any of the companies here in our country. The only thing you will need then, once you find a company or a restaurant or a place where you want to work, you just need the student referral at the student service. That's the middleman in Slovenia between the company and the student that wants to work for them. They then help you fill out the referral form, and they will send you the earned money each month that you make there. So if you're interested to have a student job during your stay here, if you have the time and the need for it, let us know. We can help you. We can guide you to the persons that will give you all of the needed informations that you need for that as well. So the ESN card, the Erasmus membership discount card for students. This is a membership card available to all international students, and it gives you a lot of different discounts all around the globe. Like you can use it for traveling, going back home or back to Ljubljana during some holidays, with the most famous discount they have with Ryanair. You get a 10% discount for the flight ticket and a free 20-kilogram hold luggage bag for 4 individual flights or for 2 returning flights. You get a discount with Eurosender, the packaging parcels. You can send your stuff back home or back to Slovenia if you have a lot of stuff and you don't want to take everything with you on a plane. You get discounts with our rent-a-car partners, so you can get around Slovenia on a 1-day, 2-day trip with your friends cheaper with a car. They have the ESN membership card has different discounts also for some subscriptions like the Independent and so on. You have also discounts for Flixbus tickets and Flix train tickets. So it is worth checking it out. The price of the card is 10 euros and the card is valid for 12 months. So even if your maybe Erasmus exchange stops earlier than that, or if you leave Slovenia on any grounds, the card is still valid for the whole calendar year. Each individual discount has its own rules, how it can be applied, how it can be used, and all of that is then available on their website of the ESN card, and there's all of the discounts gathered, so you can check all of them out. So this is probably the most important slide of all of them right now. The first one is our email address for our ESN section, ESN Ljubljana. All of the questions you may have, besides the accommodation ones, can be sent to this email address. Then the official formal Telegram channel and the official informal Telegram chat. Those are two groups on Telegram, the messaging app, that you need to join to be up to date with all of the upcoming events, trips, space availability for those, important information regarding your studies here. If something changes, we update you with some new information. If anything changes with the bonies, if the subsidization change, all of those important news for students in our country are provided to you through the Telegram channel. And then the Telegram chat, the one below, is the public chat where all of the international students that are part of the group and are in Ljubljana, so it's usually around 1,000 students per semester, can chat freely in between each other. You can meet new people there, you can make plans. There's groups for each faculty and academy. There's groups for different hobbies, for sports, for hiking. So you can find people with common interests in that group. And of course, you can create new subgroups. So you can find even more people with the same hobbies, the same goals as you have. Then there's our events registration website, where you can apply for all of the upcoming events and trips, find all of the important links there. And of course, our social media, our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and the most important one, the Linktree. On the Linktree, you can find all of the links above and also the link to our office hours. As at our office, it's students working for students, so to say. It's students and volunteers that help out next to their regular studies. So usually the office hours can change from week to week, especially after the welcome weeks. We are not open every day then. And it is good to check the Linktree with the up-to-date office hours for the upcoming, or better said, the running week from Monday till Sunday. That's how we book the running week in Slovenia. And you can be sure that you will not arrive at the office which is closed, because maybe nobody will be there if there's no office hours. Usually somebody sticks around during the day, but it's not always the case. So check the office hours before you go to get your boni and so on. And then the social media of the Resor za mednarodno sodelovanje, so the international office of the student organization. The first one is the email address. This is thought of for full-time international students to help you with any matters you may have. And then, of course, the Discord channel, Telegram channels, and chats for full-time international students, together with also another events registration website, and of course, our social media there. So Facebook and Instagram, and again, the Linktree gathered for the international office of the student organization with all of the important things that we have here. From my side, that would be it for now. So I wish you a good start to your new chapter here in Ljubljana. A good start with making as much new friends as possible, meeting amazing new people, having a good time here, studying and finishing your studies with great success, and of course, enjoying the most beautiful city the whole world has to offer. So make the most of it, make the most of Ljubljana, and see you around, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you everyone who presented today the opportunities that students have and that you will be available to them in the breakout rooms. Also, thank you, all students, for choosing University of Ljubljana as a destination of your academic, career, and personal development. You made a great decision, and we will do our best to provide you all information and support you need during your studies here. Thank you. Thank you so much for your attention. Now, I would like to ask Natalia, International Student Ambassador, to tell us her story. why she decided to study in Ljubljana, how is her experience as an international student at our university, and her experience living in Slovenia and Ljubljana. Natalia, the floor is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Natalia, and since October I have been a third-year undergraduate sociology student at the Faculty of Social Sciences at Ljubljana. Since my first year of studies, I have been engaged as an international student ambassador, because I personally believe that is one of the best opportunity which we have as international students. Since my first year of studies, I participated in various activities as international student ambassador. I participated in recording episodes for University of Ljubljana YouTube channel, where we shared our experiences related to studying and preparing for exams, gathering documentation, and other aspects of our daily student life. Furthermore, as part of the activity Chat with International Students, we responded to emails from prospective students explaining all the important details regarding application, documentation, processes, and more. I would advise you to check out the Chat with International Students section on our university's website, where you can find our emails. And if you have any questions about life and studying in Ljubljana, feel free to contact us. After that, we had the opportunity to work at the administrative unit and assist in reviewing documents for foreign students applying for their student visa or temporary residence permit in Ljubljana. We worked at the unit during the September and October last year, and this year we worked in February and helped in reviewing documents for Erasmus students. This job was also a great opportunity provided to us by the university. Regarding to my experience, I chose to study in Ljubljana because I thought it would offer me many interesting opportunities for personal and professional development during my studies and later in my career. And from this perspective, I can say that deciding to study sociology in Ljubljana was the best possible decision for me, because all of my expectations have been met. Besides being a student ambassador, I had the opportunity to be involved in the student organization at my faculty. I published a research paper in a collection at the Faculty of Arts, participated in a project that received the Director's Award, and many other activities that have brought me new knowledge, experiences, and skills that will be very valuable in the future. I hope my experience have been helpful to you. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will be happy to answer them.
I mentioned Natalia will be also in the International Student Ambassadors breakout room with our another International Student Ambassador, Brankica Stojkovic. So with today's Welcome Day, we started the Welcome Month, during which you will be able to enjoy many activities and arrange your temporary residence permit. So, as mentioned in the presentation, from the period from 24 September to 18 October, we will have documentation review at the Faculty of Arts. As I previously mentioned, the review of documentation will be not in the premises of the Faculty of Arts as Ashkarcheva ulica, Ashkarcheva Street, but on Tobačna ulica near Administrative Unit. On slides as well on our website, you will see the dates and time, and it's very important to come to the review of documentation, because only in that way you will know that you applied without any errors. And as previously mentioned, our international student ambassadors will review your documentation, and they will as well guide you at the administrative unit, where we decided with the administrative unit together that we will have special desk for our international student from September 24 to October 11. Our international student ambassadors will greet you each working day during that time and offer guidance. And it's important to mention that at the administrative unit, we will not review your documentation. That will be only done at the Faculty of Arts, as I earlier mentioned. So please read the information on our website in detail, where we have published a list of required documentation and published examples of filling out the forms, and also check the videos that are also available on our website, as well as our YouTube channel that explains this process in the video. The University of Ljubljana, together with the Student Council of the University of Ljubljana, is preparing a traditional event for students and freshmen again this year that is called Pozdrav Brucem, or Greeting Students and Freshmen at the Congress Square in Ljubljana. This event will be attended by the rector, the president of the student council, and the mayor of Ljubljana, who will greet you. Beside that, you will be able to enjoy the music and meet the organizations and university bodies that can help you during your studies. And for the first time, our international student ambassadors will also be at the stand. So come to us, come the days to socialize, meet us, and learn more about some useful information. Another activity during the Welcome Month is a guided tour of the premises of the Rectorate of the University of Ljubljana, which you can see on the presentation, as well as the premises of the National and University Library, which are also on the presentation. During the tour, you will be able to hear more about the history of these buildings and institutions, but also to socialize with our international student ambassadors and student societies and organizations after the tour. During these days, you will be able to get to know the institution where you are studying in more detail, get to know the center of the city where you will live, as well as expand your network of people you know. More information about this event, as well as required registration, you will get after this presentation in the email we will send you. So now, after those information, which, as I already mentioned, we'll send you, you have the opportunity to ask everything you want to know in the breakout rooms. You can, of course, join as much breakout rooms as you want. And if you have any problem, you can always click on Ask for Help and we will assist you. On the screen, you can see how to join the breakout rooms. As I already mentioned, you can always ask us for help. I will be in the main room for some general question and for help. So if everything is clear, we can now move to the breakout rooms. Thank you so much for your attention. We really hope that you will enjoy your time in Ljubljana. And also don't forget that you always can contact us if you need any help or support. On the behalf of the University of Ljubljana, I wish you a pleasant stay here. And now we wait for you in the breakout rooms. If you have any questions, as we already mentioned in the beginning, the breakout rooms will be open for 1 hour. Thank you so much and see you around.